So, Richard, all of us around this table actually have the luxury of working in Christian institutions, and I think probably where the rubber meets the road more often when it comes to conflict and the need for civil dialogue is for all of our friends in our local churches who rub shoulders with colleagues at work who believe very differently or have very different lifestyles, or even, of course, within the church, there can be uncivil discourse. If a church were to come to you and say, Professor Mouw, what is the one or two or three prescriptions you would give us as a local church to foster this kind of convicted civility? And these are people who are looking for just a way to begin to grow in this area. What would your response be?
Well, I think one is, I think there need to be pastoral models of empathy. Even just the way we pray and who we pray for. Wouldn't it be great to pray for the sons and the gay and lesbian sons and daughters of this congregation? A lot of parents out there are really hurting. Just to say, hey, this is a congregation that wants to support people who are struggling with that, and parents of people who are struggling with that. So the way we pray and who we pray for your Muslim neighbors. I mean, boy, it must be scary. Right after 9/11, one of that morning, our communications person called me as president of the institution and said, what should we do? I said, well, first thing, call the Muslim Center in Los Angeles and tell them we're praying for them, because this must be a frightening time for local Muslims. Little Muslim kids got beat up walking home from school in Orange County. There were some nuns that went and walked them home from school, just to be safe. What a wonderful thing to do. And to think about those kinds of gestures and to lift those up as models of, imagine what it's like to be a 7-year-old Muslim girl on a day when her nation is at war with Muslim terrorists, and how people look at her and how frightened she must be. And wouldn't it be great for a Christian just to go and say, I'm gonna walk along. You don't have to hold my hand or anything. I'm just gonna walk alongside, because I'm gonna be sure that you get home safe. What a wonderful thing to do. And then I think to model dialogue, to not necessarily in the pulpit, but maybe after the sermon, to have people who disagree about some things, whether it's the next election or healthcare or whatever, just to talk together and to try to do it in ways that honor each other, that gentleness and reverence toward each other. I think the church can be a workshop in civility, and it's a good thing to think of ways in which we can do that.